Hey guys, today me try understand private equity and me already feel brain melt. Picture this, me sitting in my cave, sharpening spear when strange man in shiny rock suit walk in. He say, "Caveman, me wanna buy your mammoth herd, make herd stronger, then sell it back for more shells." My jaw drop. Me not even know herd could be sold. Me thought mammoths belonged to mammoth. Then he pull out strange glowing tablet, showing charts, arrows, and numbers dancing like angry bees. He talk about returns and portfolio companies. Me only know return when spear bounce off rock. Me nod like wise elder, but inside brain, empty drum sound. Reality check, if you no learn this, you end up cold, broke, and alone in mud pit while rival tribe eat your last smoked mammoth rib. Private equity like fire, it cook meat or burn down whole cave, depend who hold torch. Before you sit comfy on mammoth skin, smash like button and hit magic scribe stick, but only if what me say make you smile or think. Tell caveman in comments, where your cave, what moon time. Now grab your stone seat, hold on to your beard, and let's walk into the firelight of today's hunt. So me follow shiny rock suit man to big city cave filled with other shiny rock suit people. They call themselves private equity firm. Me think maybe private means secret, like when you sneak off to eat last honeycomb without sharing. But no, they tell me it mean they no trade their business like shiny stone coins in giant market cave. They use shells from special people, big hunters, rich elders, giant stone coin pools to buy whole businesses. Hear how they explain to caveman. Step 1. They gather many shells from tribe of rich hunters. Step 2. They use those shells to buy whole business cave. Step 3. They improve it. Step 4. They sell it later for more shells. Sounds simple, right? But me notice, when they say improve, they mean many strange things. Sometimes they make better tools, sometimes they fire many workers, sometimes they split business into pieces and sell parts. They say main goal is maximizing returns. In caveman words, buy big mammoth for few shells, feed it special leaves, paint tusks gold, then sell it to another tribe for more shells than you started with. Me still confused who owned mammoth during all this. Is it the rich hunters, the firm, or the poor mammoth? But rock suit people smile and say, "Don't worry, it's all in the agreement." And me know, when people say don't worry in business, that when you should worry. Back in my tribe, news travel fast, like mammoth stampede. One moon after my trip to Big City Cave, every hunter and firekeeper talking about private equity. Some think it magic. You mean, they ask, you buy something, change little, then sell for more shells, like turning squirrel into saber-toothed tiger? Others see it as power move, own many businesses, control many caves, be respected like great chief. Me watch tribe eyes grow wide with greed. One young hunter even stopped chasing deer to chase idea of buying rival tribe's stone axe workshop. He think he fix workshop, sell better axes, make more shells. Caveman brains say, people obsessed because it feel like shortcut to power. In old days, to be big chief, you hunt many seasons, survive winter, earn trust of tribe. Now, just borrow big pile of shells, buy chief's cave, and suddenly, you chief. Shiny rock suit man tell me private equity returns can be huge, double, triple shells in few winters. Tribe hear this and start dreaming. Even cave painter ask me if private equity can fund his art expansion, which just mean painting bigger bison. But me also see danger. Obsession make people blind, like staring at sun until you can't see mammoth charging. They only hear stories of big wins, never whispers of tribes left starving after bad deals. Me decide, if shiny rock suit man can do this magic, caveman can too. So me look around for business to buy. Rival tribe run big fish drying operation by river, smell terrible but bring many shells. Me think, buy it, make it better, sell for big profit, easy. Step 1, me gather shells, not enough. So me borrow from local shell lender, promising fish business will pay back soon. Step 2, me take over fish drying cave. Step 3, me improve it by building bigger drying racks and hiring more people. Me think more racks equals more fish, more shells. But me forget one thing. Fish come from river, and river not produce more fish just because caveman want more shells. Soon, racks empty, workers bored, and fish smell so strong even vultures leave. Costs go up, sales go down, and lenders start sending scary men with sharp spears. Rival tribe laugh and call me shellless caveman. My own tribe start hiding their mammoth ribs when me walk by. In just 3 moons, me learn truth. Private equity magic not always work. If you buy bad business or make wrong improvements, you no get more shells, you just get more trouble. Worst part, me still owe shells, even after fish business die. And me learn what personal guarantee mean. It mean they can take your best spear, your warmest furs, even your favorite rock seat. After my fish disaster, me sit by fire looking sad when elder banker from big city visit. He say, caveman, you try buy business with own shells? That why you fail. Modern hunters use other people's shells. He teach me something called leveraged buyout, LBO for short. Sound fancy, but really mean this. You find business you want, but instead of using your own shells, you borrow huge pile from lenders. The clever part, you use the business you buying as the thing you promise to give back if you no pay. So if deal go bad, lender take the business, not your personal cave. Elder banker draw in dirt. Step 1, find good business cave. Step 2, borrow most shells needed to buy it. Step 3, use profits from business to slowly pay back shells. Step 4, when shells paid and business value bigger, sell for huge gain. Me compare it to borrowing neighbor's spear to hunt, then promising to return neighbor's own spear later. Tribe laugh. Sound like trick, but it legal in shiny rock suit world. He warned me, if business make less shells than debt payment, everything crumble fast. Many LBO hunters get rich quick, but many also end up sitting in cold mud wondering where it all went wrong. Still, me see power own something big without starting big. But me also smell danger. It like riding mammoth downhill. Fun until mammoth trip. After elder banker leave, me meet rival tribe chieftain at trading post. He grin wide, too wide, like man who just ate last mammoth steak without sharing. He say, caveman, you want shells from private equity? Learn cost cutting. He explained that when shiny rock suit people buy business, first thing they do is cut expenses. Fireworkers, close locations, stop serving free honey water to customers, anything to make shell flow bigger. Me imagine mammoth feast. Before, whole tribe eat until full, even dogs get scraps. After cost cutting, only chief and elders eat, rest of tribe get one berry and a pat on head. Tribe angry, but chief has more shells in pouch. Chieftain also talk about restructuring. This mean changing how business run, selling off parts that no make profit, or merging with other businesses to save on costs. Me compare it to eating half a mammoth now and saving rest for later. Except sometimes you save by selling half the mammoth to another tribe. But chieftain admit, cost cutting can kill business spirit. Workers lose motivation, customers feel less welcome, and what looked good on shiny chart today can hurt shells tomorrow. Still, in private equity world, this trick is popular. Quick cuts make numbers look strong, which make it easier to sell business for more shells later. Me think, smart hunters cut fat, not muscle. Cut wrong, and your mammoth no run again. One market day, me sit by fire pit when wise merchant joined me. He sell everything, salt, spears, even rare shiny rocks from faraway mountain. He say, caveman, knowing how to exit is as important as knowing how to buy. He explained that in private equity, hunters plan their exit the moment they enter. 3 main ways. First, sell to another buyer. Merchant call this strategic sale. Find another hunter or tribe who see value and want your business. Maybe they want your customers. Maybe they just want to crush competition. In caveman terms, trade your mammoth to neighboring tribe who needs strong puller for their stone cart. Second, go public. This mean take business to giant market cave where strangers buy tiny pieces of it called shares. Me imagine selling tiny squares of mammoth fur to entire valley. Everyone owns small piece, but no one gets full mammoth stew. This bring big pile of shells quickly, if tribe like your story. Third, recapitalization. This one twist my caveman brain. Merchants say you keep owning business but borrow against it again to pull out shells for yourself. Me think, like taking loan against your mammoth to throw huge feast but still keeping mammoth tied in your yard. Risky if mammoth gets sick later. Wise merchant pat me on shoulder. Caveman, exit right and you feast for winters. Exit wrong and you hide from lenders in mountain caves. After moons of listening to bankers, chieftains, and merchants, me sit on cliff at sunset, thinking about all me learn. Private equity, it powerful like fire. In right hands it warm tribe, cook meat, and keep beasts away. In wrong hands it burn everything to ash. Me see pattern, private equity not evil or good, it just tool. Hunters with wisdom use it to grow strong caves, make better tools, feed more mouths. Hunters with greed use it to strip caves bare, take all shells and leave others in cold. Me think about my fish drying disaster. Me jump in with no plan, chasing shiny idea of quick shells. Me never ask, does this business have strong river? Can it survive many winters? Will workers still dance around fire after my changes? Me only think of shells, and shells alone do not keep tribe happy. Now me know, before touching private equity fire, ask, do me understand this business? Will my changes help it thrive long after me gone? Am me ready for risk if hunt go wrong? Private equity can turn small hunter into chief, or into man with nothing but burnt spear. True wisdom is knowing which risk worth taking, and which better left for another tribe's campfire story. Me still remember smell of that rotting fish business. At first, me thought it smell of failure. Now, me see it smell of lesson. Private equity not about magic or luck. It about knowing when to hunt, what to hunt, and how not to get trampled in the stampede. Shiny rock suit world move fast, but principles same as old tribe days. Gather strong allies. Protect what you own. Leave something better than you found it, or risk anger of whole valley. So if you ever tempted by private equity fire, remember caveman scars. Step carefully, sharpen mind like spear, and don't let greed blind you to danger in the dark. Me may never buy another fish business, but me not afraid of the hunt anymore. Next time, me pick mammoth with strong legs, not just shiny tusks. If this hunt made you smile or think, smash like button and hit magic scribe stick. Then tell caveman in comments, if you had pile of shells, what business cave you buy. Maybe together we make private equity that help tribe, not hurt it. Ooga booga.